This is your instructional video for All City Metals 4000 series compactors, 4500 series compactors, and our 3000 mini series compactors. Although the size of the compactor may differ from this, and some of the options may be changed, functionality is exactly the same. First step, you're going to find your main disconnect switch located inside of the compactor room. You're going to flip this to the on position. That's actually energizing the power unit with electricity. Your first step is to press the red start button on the control unit. You'll hear the machine start up and it's ready and in the standby mode. As trash comes down of your chute, it's going to start filling into the compaction chamber, which is located right here. As one bag of trash comes down, I'll use my hand to simulate it. You'll just hear the machine click. A second bag will come down. Again, it's just going to click. We are conserving electricity, and it's only going to run when that compaction chamber is filled with trash up until this point. Again, I'm going to use my hand to indicate a full compaction chamber. At this point, the machine will run. It'll go all the way forward. It'll compact and inject whatever trash is inside of it, and it's going to return to the rest state at the back to allow more trash to come down. It will continue to run if more trash is disposed of through the chute, and this photo eye is continued to be blocked. In the event of emergency, you have your emergency stop button. You can press this button, this machine shuts down. In order to reactivate it, you're going to walk back over to your power unit, and you're going to press the red start button up on the top again. If someone were to open up this door, in the middle of the compaction cycle, again, this machine is automatically going to shut off. In the event that someone accidentally presses the interlock switch, the machine is going to continue to stay in the off position, and it's not going to run automatically. I must close this door, walk back over to the power unit, depress the red start button, and this machine will continue to operate. As trash is filling up your trash bag right here, it's going to start putting pressure on this train. Once it hits a certain point, this machine is automatically going to shut off, preventing you from coming down and finding a huge amount of trash that's not inside the bag. The porter will come in, replace the bag, tie it off, install a new bag onto the nozzle, install his chain, and once again come back over to the power unit and hit that start button again. On the side of the power unit is a toggle switch on off. In the off state, this machine shuts down. I disconnected 110 volts over to the compactor itself. It's good in the event that I saw something coming down the chute, I don't want it to get jammed. I can shut the machine off real quick, do the proper measured disconnect power, which is at the disconnect, do that repair, and then once everything is set back and done, flip my on-off switch, give myself my main power, and once again hit that red start button. This red start button has to be pressed the first time, anytime anything is ever disrupted to the electric service. Your photo eye right here is shooting a beam of light from this side to a reflector on the other side and back to itself. In the event that you notice this machine continuously running, what you want to first do is get yourself a rag and some Windex, clean both this photo eye, the reflector on the other side. If that clears up your issue, you're going to notice that you'll have 3 solid lights up on the top that indicates that it's operating properly. If for whatever reason someone were to bang into this, move it, and it's not aligned properly, you will only have 1 light up on the top. On the bottom of this photo eye sensor, there are 3 bolts. If you loosen these 3 bolts, you'll have rotation side to side, that you can rotate this photo eye. There are 2 bolts located in this position right here. That gives me rotation left to right on the photo eye. That should be able to allow you to realign this with the reflector on the other side. Of course, if there's ever a problem, you can always call All City Metal. We'd be more than happy to come out and assess the issues that you have. Inside your control panel, there is an overload relay that's designated to trip at 16 amps. The motor is rated for 14.5. If there is something inside the compaction chamber that prevents it from compacting, that overload relay is going to trip before anything happening to the motor. In order to access it, there is 1 screw at the bottom of this control panel. There is a blue push button inside of it. To press that push button, it's going to re-energize the 3-phase motor. You can tell when that's happening. The motor has no power, will not start, but you'll see the lights on the photo eye. That's an indication that that overload relay has tripped. There's also a 5-amp fuse inside of here. It's a glass type AGC fuse. In the event that there's something wrong with the wiring circuit on the compactor itself, that fuse may trip. Odds are you have a bigger problem than just a blown fuse, and the machine's probably going to need service from All City Metal. Up on the top, you have your fire discharge gate. Your fire discharge gate is held open with a fusible link. That fusible link will melt at 165 degrees, allowing this door to automatically close, preventing fire from traveling up the chute. You want to make sure that the tracks on both the left and the right side stay clean at all times. If your machine is set up with the optional solenoid valve, the way this operates is you have a heat sensor inside of this box right here. What will happen is at 165 degrees, it's going to energize this valve, allowing water to flow through into the hopper area. Make sure that it's on a dedicated circuit, 110 volts, 20 amps, and you're good to go. The motor itself, the power unit, takes 32 weight hydraulic fluid at approximately 15 gallons. On the right side, down at the bottom, there is a petcock, will allow you to drain the fluid. And behind the control panel right here, you have your fill location with a dipstick, where I'll tell you the proper fluid. That concludes this video demonstration of All City Metal's compactors. Thank you.